Hey, Facebook. Just got in from our Stop the Violence campaign cookout hosted by Tone Cook and Deshaun Beecher. It was a great turnout. Thank everybody who did participate and did come out, brought their kids. We had a good time. I was grateful to see so many people interact, and we had not one incident. We had no violence, no nonsense. Everybody got along beautifully, and we had a ball. We had a ball, man. Brandon Flood even came out, and there's a lot of people there. And it's always good to see people working together and uniting for a good cause. And the violence in our communities is a crisis. I mean, we out here killing each other and hurting one another, with the whole world also trying to do the same thing. And the only way to put an end to the cycle of violence is to enlighten and educate one another, and to perpetuate change through our actions and the way we carry ourselves, and the bar we set as role models and as leaders in the community. I mean, I'm an ex-felon. Well, I am a felon, but I'm an ex-con, and I served time when I was out in the streets, and I made some bad decisions and choices, and I dealt with them accordingly and done my time. And while doing my time, I refined my mind and educated myself so I come home a better version of me. And I matured and I evolved as a human being. So the individual y'all see today is actually the evolution of who I was. And I had to go through hell just to arrive to this heaven of my new self. I mean, I believe this part of me has always existed. I've always been a person eager to learn, eager to help other people, but I limited myself because I associated with people who didn't want anything, who didn't want to be productive, who didn't want to give back, who didn't want to make some changes and strives towards the betterment of our people and all people. And that's what separates me from what I am today than what I was before. But don't get me wrong, all the hardships, all the pain, all the sacrifices, and all the experiences I had, be they good or bad, were needed for me to arrive to who I am today. And that's what a lot of us need to understand. Don't hold on to your past. Don't carry that baggage into your future, assuming that you need that agony to weigh you down. You got to let that shit go and move forward. And the reason why I say you got to let it go and move forward, because if you repress stressful and painful situations in your life, it will become like a cancer. It will metastasize and be the factor in your demise. No matter what a person has said to you, no matter what a person has done to you, no matter what obstacles you overcome and experiences, wear those scars like a badge of honor. You made it through the worst part. You were hindered by the wound. You bled out pain and agony, blood, sweat, and tears. You healed and moved past it to arrive to the person you are today, which is the better version of yourself. And the key element in this is learning to love and appreciate yourself for who you are and how far you've come. Don't be stagnated in your past, and don't be stagnated by other people's opinion and ideal of you. That's where we make the mistake into assuming that somebody's opinion of us is given validity because we accept it. Don't accept it. Accept yourself for who you are. Love yourself for who you are. There was a flood warning or something. It just left my screen. Now back to what I was saying. And if you would have come to the cookout, the Stop the Violence campaign cookout, it was a boiling pot of all different races of people working together in tandem and experiencing a fun time and a fun event together. There was no animosity, there was no hatred, there was no anger, there was no division or dissension among people. We all got along. We all ate, we drank, and we enjoyed ourselves. That's how a community is supposed to interact. That's how a community is supposed to be. And it's imperative that we work together. It's imperative that when we see one another's kids out there doing things that are not good and not expected and not productive, we pull them to the side and explain to them and express to them, listen, I know your parents, I know who you are. Come on, son, make better decisions, make better choices. We got to help our community by being involved in our community. Treat everyone else's kids as you would want your own to be treated. And the same thing with adults. We got to start having more respect and love towards one another, because at the end of the day, we all we got. It's the haves and the have-nots, and none of us are rich. Y'all got to stop looking at everything in color and stop looking at everything in geographically and looking at everything on what I got, what you got, and focus more on who you are as an individual. What's that person's spirit like? What's that person's mind like? What's that person's heart like? These are the vital facets of a human being that are very important. We all are here trying to live. We all are here trying to evolve and have the best life we can attain in our short amount of time on this planet. And with that being said, you got to value every moment, because the most precious resource on this planet is time. Once it's wasted, you can never get it back. You can never relive it. You got to appreciate it for what it is. And I say that to say this. I'm proud of my brother, Tone Cook. I'm proud of my brother, Deshaun Beecher. Y'all did a phenomenal job. What y'all brought together was monumental, and it's only one step towards what we're trying to do in our community. And thank everybody who participated and contributed and played the part in us seeing kids have a good time. Seeing children laughing and playing and enjoying themselves. That's a remarkable experience. These are some of the things I miss most while in prison. Seeing happiness on people's faces. Not always animosity, anger, stress, and pressure with the weight of the world on our shoulders. I mean, I'm grateful. I had a great time, man. I wish a lot more of you would have come out, but there's always going to be a next time we can have another cookout. But we need to all start coming together. We need to all start working together. If you have any questions about health and wellness, hit my inbox. You got any questions about our history? You got any questions about anything? If I don't know the answer, I'll be sure to find the answer, because that's what leaders do. We build and pull each other up. I'll never be the type of person to see a person down and step over them or walk around them. I'm going to extend my hand and help you up, because at one point I was down and people helped me stand up. That's why I am who I am today. Unity over all. May peace be upon y'all, and thank y'all for tuning in, and y'all have a blessed evening.